My project worked pretty much as I wanted it to. It was based on the Cuban Missile Crisis. To start, students would read a few opening screens which would give them some background about the US, the Soviet Union, and Cuba. They would also learn about the timeline of the Cold War leading up to the Cuban Missile Crisis. After they learn this, they begin the scenario where they get to pretend they are the US president at the start of the crisis. There are 3 decision points along the way. The student will watch a briefing video and then get to listen to 3 advisors, each advocating a course of action. As the president, they then get to choose from the various options. The correct choice is the one President Kennedy actually chose. Choosing a wrong option leads to a remediation screen where a video or text illustrates why that choice is not the correct one. The student can then choose again until they get the right option. At the end, a nice video shows the outcome of the crisis. Every student eventually gets to the end successfully, hopefully having learned a lot along the way. I didn't find Udutu difficult to use because of my programming and web design background. Things seem to be fairly logical and well marked. I do wish the various interface pieces were resizable. I had to do a lot of scrolling around to work on the various parts of the project. I also found to insert external videos such as YouTube required me to go into the raw HTML source code. That could be handled better now. WordPress, for example, has a better way of doing that. I finished my lesson as soon as I could and put it on Facebook. I then began a promotion phase where I tried to get as many people to play it as possible. I created a post on my educational blog called educationstormfront.com. Over a few days it got about 70 views. I also wrote about it on Twitter 3 times to various hashtags and wrote about it on my Facebook page. My Facebook version got played 5 times, including by me. I think part of the problem is you have to install the Udutu Learn app, and people on Facebook have learned not to install apps because of privacy issues. Mostly though, I think the lack of response was because most people I managed to reach didn't really want to learn about the Cuban Missile Crisis at this time. I don't know how many times the Udutu preview version was played, but it was at least 3 times. I got some good feedback from my peers. Mostly they liked it, and had no suggestions really for improving it besides improving the text size. Overall, this was a good experience and gives me another valuable tool in my toolbox in my quest to become a more effective educator.